All he's interested in is you paying to watch him fight.
Right.
Him collecting the check and then going back about doing his business. Now, if he tried to hide it and pretend to be something else, that would be different.
Back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
Team. I don't, I'm not really into hanging out with other celebrities. I've learned my lesson from that.
But you the boss. And
50 Cent openly spoke during a recent live session with Stephen A. Smith after hearing that Floyd Mayweather was connected to a $42 million scam while still chasing more money. He recently shared that money was the main reason their friendship ended, saying Floyd came to him asking for financial support. 50 also explained that they were once very close, but Mayweather always wanting more money eventually caused their relationship to break apart.
it stopped them from using TMT as their logo right now. Because
so you wouldn't do that because y'all cool again?
Yeah, I'm just not chasing it. But to be honest with you,
50 Cent once again went after Floyd Mayweather, this time questioning whether the boxer really spent $42 million on 62 apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Mayweather had proudly talked about the deal and presented it as a major real estate success that he funded himself. He also claimed that all the retail spaces in those buildings belonged to him, showing himself as a smart and self-made businessman. But 50 Cent did not believe the story. On Instagram, he made fun of Mayweather's announcement by sharing a clip from an online conversation that doubted the deal was real. In the caption, he wrote, "Damn champ, they caught you lying, it might be time for another exhibition match, lol."
Apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Business Insider reported that no such deal appears to have occurred. Floyd recently posted a video on Instagram claiming he bought 6 apartment buildings, stating that they are all his properties with no partners involved. However, Business Insider has contradicted these claims, stating that the ownership of the buildings remains unchanged.
The timing of 50 Cent's post was clearly planned. Only a few weeks earlier, he had shared an AI-made parody of a famous Rocky III scene where he joked about both Mayweather and Harlem rapper Jim Jones. Since then, Mayweather's $42 million deal has become a major topic online. The issue started after reports showed that New York City property records did not show any sale or ownership transfer for the buildings Mayweather claimed he purchased. Even the New York City Housing Partnership, which manages these types of deals, said they knew nothing about any transaction connected to Mayweather. Reports also suggested that Floyd may have only owned a small share of the investment, while the main ownership belonged to other people. But in the video Floyd shared, he strongly claimed that there were no partners involved in the deal.
Bringing people into my lifestyle, showing people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Mayweather said that he had no partners involved and claimed that all the retail spaces in his buildings fully belonged to him. But the difference between his public statements and the missing proof caused more people to question the truth behind the real estate deal. Many started asking why there were no official records showing the buildings under his name if he had really bought them. The lack of clear information only made the doubts stronger. Mayweather has always been known for showing off his money and success, but he stayed unusually quiet as more attention was placed on the supposed purchase. Some fans in the comments under 50 Cent's Instagram post even joked that because Mayweather cannot read well, he may have confused buying 62 units with buying unit 62, which would mean he only owned a small part of the investment.
All right, now Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and
the missing proof was not the only problem connected to Mayweather's claim. The boxer has a long history of showing off his wealth on social media, often posting expensive cars, luxury watches, and high-end properties. Still, 50 Cent has continued criticizing Mayweather's money habits, saying the boxer cares more about looking rich than actually building long-term financial security. Over the years, 50 has repeatedly made fun of Mayweather for living an expensive lifestyle while still dealing with different financial problems that were never fully resolved.
Back in the ring?
I think it got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money.
It took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local host.
Mayweather's refusal to respond to these specific accusations only made the situation more intense. Over the years, he has usually reacted quickly whenever people criticized his career or his flashy way of living. That is why his silence on this issue made even more people suspicious. Whenever Floyd Mayweather felt that someone was questioning his money or success, he was normally very quick to speak up and defend himself publicly.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5". Some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out.
50 Cent has explained many times that his problems with Floyd Mayweather were not only about pride or personal differences. According to him, the real issue was money. He said their friendship started falling apart after Mayweather got out of jail in 2012 and refused to return money that 50 had used to help keep Mayweather Promotions running. 50 claimed he paid large amounts to cover business expenses and expected Floyd to pay him back later once he was free. But according to 50, that money was never returned. He said that was the moment everything changed because he felt like he had trusted and invested in someone who was not truly focused on the business side of boxing.
The money. Because you had already invested. Yeah. Right, like when you give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you. Was that in the millions? Yeah. Okay. So you sitting there big and I'm like, yo, so when... But see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he going to say he wants to, to give me the other half?
What makes their fallout even more serious is that 50 Cent has claimed he still owns rights connected to the Money Team, also known as TMT, which became the brand behind Mayweather's business empire after boxing. In several interviews, 50 said that even though Mayweather promotes TMT as his worldwide brand, some trademarks and legal rights are actually registered under 50's name. He explained that when they first created TMT together, Floyd was not paying attention to the paperwork, so 50 took care of the filings himself and kept ownership of the rights. It may seem like a quiet detail, but it is a major point, especially because Mayweather has always cared deeply about his image, branding, and long-term legacy.
Them from using TMT as their logo right now. Because
you wouldn't do that because y'all cool again.
Yeah, I'm just not chasing it. But to be honest with you, I incorporated TMT in Delaware while he was incarcerated. Because he didn't sign the paper doesn't mean the corporation isn't valid. So I could actually, technically it trademarks the term of it because his entire corporation is built on it. So I could tell you, you can't have TMT socks. You can't have that TMT shirt you got on. He don't understand that because it's just not.
Floyd Mayweather's recent Instagram post, in which he called critics bitter, jealous, envious loser stalkers, has added more attention to ongoing talks about his finances and how real his wealth claims are. Mayweather often presents himself as a self-made businessman who overcame limits and built his own success, but some people in the boxing world have questioned how open and clear his business dealings really are. Logan Paul, who fought Mayweather in a major exhibition match in June 2021, has also publicly said that he was not fully paid. Paul claims he is still owed about $5 million from the fight, and says this unpaid amount has stopped him from making big purchases like a private jet.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
What happened?
he didn't pay me. I wish you'd pay me.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You got it on you by any chance?
I have in Nigerian money. I'll give you 10 million in Nigerian money.
Despite Mayweather insisting that Logan Paul was paid in full, the YouTuber turned boxer has said he still plans to take legal action to recover the money he believes he is owed. This ongoing dispute has raised fresh questions about Mayweather's financial dealings and whether he always meets his contractual responsibilities. His financial controversies are not limited to boxing either. In 2018, the Securities and Exchange Commission fined him more than $600,000 for not properly revealing payments he received for promoting cryptocurrency-related investments. Reports say he failed to disclose that he was paid $300,000 to promote 3 different initial coin offerings, including one linked to Centra, which later faced fraud allegations. This case added to concerns about his involvement in risky financial promotions and raised doubts about how transparent he is when it comes to earning from endorsements.
Boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. and music producer DJ Khaled settled their case with the SEC. It says that investigators found Mayweather did not disclose he was paid by 3 cryptocurrency companies to promote investments through social media, including $100,000 from Centra Tech. For that company, Mayweather tweeted telling followers to get Centra's ICOs before they sell out. Khaled also allegedly did not disclose he was paid $50,000 from the same company. On social media, he called it,
Mayweather's financial story has also been affected by tax problems. In 2017, reports showed that he owed the Internal Revenue Service more than $22.2 million in unpaid taxes from 2015. The same year, he earned around $200 million from his fight with Manny Pacquiao. He later asked the U.S. tax court for help, saying most of his money was tied up in assets that were not easy to convert into cash, and requested to pay the debt in installments. However, the IRS rejected his request, saying there were concerns about how well he was managing his finances.
Floyd Mayweather has made a lot of money in his career. It appears he also owes a lot of money too. The boxer apparently owes $22.2 million in taxes from 2015. According to ESPN, the tax balance was unpaid as recently as March 6th of this year. Meanwhile, on Facebook, he shared, "Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear." He added, "Uncle Sam received $26 million from me in 2015. He continued,
Critics in the boxing world have openly questioned Mayweather's financial credibility. Former UFC fighter Chael Sonnen has even warned that Mayweather's alleged failure to pay Logan Paul could potentially draw attention from federal agencies like the FBI. Sonnen's remarks suggest that these financial disputes are not just about reputation or public image, but could also lead to serious legal consequences if they continue to escalate.
You say a man doesn't pay you, it's a big deal. Because you are now calling that other man's integrity into question. If you do that publicly, oh my goodness. If a man, particularly one who brags about his wealth, is not paying his bills, it's a big deal. And I just thought that's all Paul was.
Conor McGregor, who fought Mayweather in a 2017 boxing match, has also spoken about Mayweather's financial situation. He suggested that Mayweather's comeback to the ring was driven more by financial pressure than by a real desire to compete. McGregor pointed to Mayweather's reported tax issues as a reason he believed the boxer needed to keep earning large sums of money to manage his debts.
Great. I feel good, training hard. Did Floyd not take out his own jets?
Floyd got 3.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
Floyd,
yeah.
So Floyd's got the money
what else he got?
And he got
tax problems.
Yeah.
That's what he's got. Oh, no.
That's Lord.
Mayweather's luxury lifestyle has also kept him in the spotlight. During the 2024 Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas, reports said he spent over $1 million on a high-end suite at Allegiant Stadium and also placed large bets on the game. While this kind of spending matches the image he has always shown publicly, it has also led people to question his financial choices and whether his spending is sustainable in the long run. Taken together, these criticisms from different voices in sports show a growing doubt around Mayweather's financial claims. Even though he continues to present himself as highly successful and extremely wealthy, the lack of clear proof in some areas along with ongoing disputes has made many people question how solid his financial story really is.
Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing
Floyd Mayweather's legacy as one of the greatest fighters of his era is now facing more scrutiny than before. This is not only because of the level of opponents he fought or avoided, but also due to growing debates around his financial decisions and public controversies. Many now see his story as an example of how ego, high spending, and ongoing legal issues can affect more than just money. The discussion is no longer only about wealth but about value, relevance, honesty, and legacy. And according to critics, these are the areas where Mayweather's image is slowly being questioned, even while his name continues to stay in the headlines.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20.
James Toney, known for his toughness and experience in boxing, has openly said that Floyd Mayweather is not the greatest fighter of all time. He made this point not as an insult but as his personal view based on experience. Toney comes from an era where fighters took on the toughest challenges without avoiding dangerous opponents, and where champions regularly faced top rivals at their peak. From his perspective, Mayweather did not follow that same path. He believes Floyd was more selective with timing and opponents, focusing on smart career choices and promotion rather than constant high-risk fights. Critics often point out that big names like Julio Cesar Chavez, Shane Mosley, Oscar de la Hoya, and Miguel Cotto faced Mayweather when they were no longer in their absolute prime. As a result, while Mayweather finished with a perfect record, some argue that it came through careful career management rather than consistently facing the most dangerous opponents at their peak.
Yeah,
right.
I came up under the best.
Yeah, this has all been a very smart marketing play. I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I went down to see your mate Conor McGregor fight Floyd Mayweather, and it was a fascinating thing to watch.
Yeah.
I never actually thought he could beat Floyd Mayweather, but
he did great.
But for a few rounds, he went toe to toe with him, and it was really interesting to watch.
He did really
and it was a massive success.
When fighters like James Toney speak, it feels more like honest boxing opinion than jealousy, because his own legacy is already secure, and he has proven himself against tough opponents in a real fighting era, so his criticism is seen as experience-based rather than hate, as he points out how modern boxing has turned more into entertainment with influencer fights and spectacle events. The conversation is now not only about Mayweather's past career but also about his current choices, including regular exhibition fights, dramatic press events, and rumors of unusual matchups like Rio Ferdinand, which some people see as entertainment, while others see it as unnecessary attention-seeking. And although Mayweather says he fights by choice and not need, critics still question his constant focus on exhibitions and wealth, and what it really says about his image today.